Hey fam, welcome in. If you're new to my channel, welcome. If you're returning, welcome back. My name is Tam. I'm also known as the Enlightened Auntie. You can find me all over social media, particularly on Twitter and Instagram under That Girl Tam. All of my information is below in the description box. If you would like to book personal reading with me, my books are always open. You can go directly to my website at www.enlightenedauntie.com. This is a general reading for the sign of Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. This is a general reading, so it won't resonate for everyone. Please take what you need and throw the rest out. Cross watchers are welcome here. Come on in. I'm going to start doing these readings more often, maybe like once a week, even though, yes, my books are open always, but I'm booked out till February. So get in where you fit in. But I want to start doing these a little bit more often, like once every 4 or 5 days, just so that we engage a little bit more, because the energy shifts a little bit more often than, you know, and we're not all in the same timeline. So I'm just going to be throwing out videos, just, you know, throwing them out there for whoever needs to hear the message. It'll hit for somebody, not everybody. I appreciate those of you who've been rocking with me for a while. Thank you, thank you. I just got my email from YouTube about monetization. So yay, we finally reached that point. So that means I just gotta really stay on top of my shit and keep putting out videos, right? All right, so Happy New Year, guys. Let's get into it. Let's see what's looking like your recent past. I've already pulled the oracles. I do that off camera. Let's see what's going on in your recent past. Okay, okay. I'll take this one. All right, so maybe isolation. I feel as though you may be a little closed off. I feel like you're just kind of juggling, working, focusing on keeping afloat, maintaining your balance, juggling your responsibilities, moving away from any type of drama and conflict. I think you just kind of staying in your Zen space, just trying to, you know, maintain your own peace. The only thing with this Four of Pentacles energy that it gives me the, you know, kind of gives me the stink eye is the fact that it's closed off in such a way that you prevent other energies from coming towards you. So let's keep on going and see what happens. Hopefully we don't have that energy spend too much time here with us. Yeah. So not very happy. Here's the funny thing. So you're not happy, right? Maybe not happy within, you could be bored within your own life. You're, you know, just feeling a general sense of boredom. There is a new opportunity here for love. There is potentially even a new opportunity here that would lead to, like, could even be a potential, like, for a passion project. Like you're being bored, like you may have been bored at one point and then you discover a passion project that you kind of lean into and start committing yourself to. You may also be re-examining what, you know, you may be presented with a new opportunity for a relationship, and you may be re-examining your level of commitment or how you want to proceed in going towards it, just because you may have new visions of, yeah. Okay, so you may have new ideas and concepts in terms of what, you know, what commitment looks like to you. I feel like you are, again, there's a sense of detachment, a little bit of like emotional detachment. You're kind of keeping your poker face on. There is energy here of somebody wanting to come together, kind of like a reconciliation. And I feel like at best your energy is kind of on the fence about whether or not, you know, how to proceed. You're trying to figure out which way to go. Really needing to make a decision. Actually, I'm curious. I don't normally pull extra cards for this, but yeah. So you're focusing on yourself. You have drawn a line in the sand. And so right now your position, again, because you're coming off a little bit detached, and there's energy coming towards you of wanting to reconcile, and you've drawn a line in the sand, basically. The Five of Swords is mental conflict. It's petty arguments and disagreements. It's one-upmanship. It's trying to win at all costs. It also has a level of resentment that you may be carrying that keeps you energetically tied to the situation or the person. All right, let's see what's going on right now. Yep, you're defensive. You're defensive. Do that so I can see all the cards. Yep. So again, but back to the theme of being closed off, you're very defensive. You dealt with a situation where there was imbalance, and so I think you may be guarding yourself, just not wanting to engage in that level of imbalance. Before I started playing with the cards, the first deck, at the bottom of the deck, I saw the Nine of Wands. So it was basically saying, like, you have energy to give to a situation, provided that it came to you under the right conditions. But as of right now, I really feel like your focus is more about getting control of your own life. You're like, you're making plans for the future and really working towards building, working on your self-mastery. Again, you're really focused on your self-mastery, recovering any type of loss that you may have suffered or endured. Oh, look, the Nine of Wands again. Again, there is energy here of somebody wanting to offer their cup. The Four of Cups is also talking about, it's like you may have offered your cup in the past and it was rejected. And so now the cup circles back, back around to you, and you might be looking at like, I don't even know if I want that anymore, right? I see it here. You have energy to give to it, provided that it's, it's under the right terms and conditions. Very hopeful for whatever it could be. I mean, there's hope here with the Star card, but it's destined and fated events. The Star card talks about wishing upon a star. The wish is granted. It just doesn't look like what you anticipate it to look like, but you still get what you want, right? Yeah, you want more for the future. Do I stay or do I go? And you know what you want, so you take a leap of faith. So there's a little bit of confusion. There may even be, you're keeping things to yourself. Okay. So I have another story here. Hello. And I've got counterparts. Okay. Yeah, same story here. So it's like, there may be some confusion. You potentially could have several options in front of you, which direction you want to go in. Very much keeping your plans to yourself. But I do still see that you are moving forward. You might still be looking back a little bit like, ooh, like I'm walking, like I'm going this way, I'm going ahead, I'm going forward now. Like, and you're still looking back going, do you see me moving forward? Don't do that. Right? Just move forward. Keep going. You're already doing well. Just keep going. There is an expression here, or somebody expresses how they feel. There's a lot of love here, but somebody expresses how they feel, wanting to start. Like, there's energy here of somebody really wanting to start a whole new cycle within a committed relationship. No, I don't want to use this deck. Let's use this deck. Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. What's going on in the near future? Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Like, definitely there's energy here of somebody wanting to come together to work together, wanting to be collaborative, wanting some harmony. You're just a little closed off to it. Well, this is different. So I feel like you want to take action. You really want to take some action, but you might feel restricted, or you feel a sense of restriction preventing you from moving forward to go after your stability, to be able to create. That's false narrative, but you know, okay. There you are. Going back and forth in your head about a situation. Yeah, it's like feeling very bound, feeling tied, feeling restricted. Going back and forth in your head about it. There may be communication coming in from a distance, going back and forth. This, I'm going to take another card. Yeah. So you may be making a decision to like dead a situation, allowing things to transform. The death card is about death and rebirth. So it's like, you know, one door closes, another door opens, right? But you have to make a decision to actually do that. And you've been going back and forth, I think, for a little bit. Wow, the Nine of Wands again. Like, you still have energy to give to this situation. Nine of Wands, Four of Wands, Five of Wands. A lot of fire energy. Ace of Cups at the bottom of the deck. Like, you have, yeah, God, a lot of, it's like you know what you want, right? There is the energy of somebody here wanting to express themselves, wanting to express how they feel. There's a lot of love here. I feel as though you may be kind of isolating yourself. Again, about isolation. You're isolating yourself, but I feel like in the isolation, you are understanding with this Ten of Wands, the Ten of Wands is the people-pleasing card. This is literally you carrying the weight of everything. You're doing everything, right? And what happens is, I've literally been talking about this all day. I just realized this. So you take on the weight of the world. You're carrying all this burden, responsibility, this perceived responsibility and obligation, right? And you're doing. But what that does is it breeds resentment, because the people that you're doing for aren't doing for you. They're not extending themselves to you the same way that you're extending to them. So I feel like this is asking you, you're going to have to, like, you're at the end of a cycle. The 10 is the end. You're done. It's like you're, and especially too with the Ten of Wands, sometimes it's like you're doing it so much, or you've been doing it for so long, that you've lost sight of why you started doing it in the first place. And you don't even want to do it anymore. So really trusting your intuition. I mean, there is absolutely unconditional love here, but I feel like you are just right now really working hard and focused on protecting your peace and closing out certain cycles to find your own happiness. Yeah. Okay, so let's look at your oracles. Ascending, transcending obstacles, learning, expansion, new phase, preparing for union. Not today, not dealing, hurt, avoiding a conversation, call, or person, boundaries, and still angry. Yeah, that could also be why you're isolating. Hammer, sabotage, rebuilding, interrogation, repetitive, persistent. Persistent in terms of what the amount of work that you're putting in on yourself. I love it. Working on it. Wedding rings, union, wedding, married, soul connection, eternal love, everlasting promise. Even if y'all can't get your shit together, doesn't mean the love isn't still there. Okay. So I also have 8 of my own oracles. The first card out is be compassionate. Hold space, not judgment. Definitely ties back into like Five of Swords energy, where it's about, where the Five of Swords energy, the level of resentment keeps you energetically attached to the situation or person. Understanding that each of us have our own journey. Our journeys all look very, very different from one another. Yes, we may all go through similar situations, but how we handle them and internalize them and the lessons that we have to learn are all very different from one another. It's going to be different from the next person. So it's like, if you understand the plight that you had to go through your own healing, then you understand the shit that your person is going through to go through their healing. So this is where it's about being compassionate. Yes, somebody may have done you dirty, but it's about having compassion and understanding that people operate from a really fucked up space when they're not right, right? When they're in this unhealed, toxic energy, you act out of character and you act in the gnarliest, nastiest kind of way. It doesn't take away from who they are as an individual. That part of them, everybody has a shadow side that we have to all learn how to integrate. And it's really about understanding that we all go through some shit. We all go through it. So just as you would want somebody to have compassion for you, hold that same kind of compassion for others, right? Stagnant energy is preventing forward movement. It's time to go, you already know. Time to be fair, imbalance, and injustice. So whatever, and it's funny, I'm looking right at the Six of Pentacles. Whatever imbalance and injustices have been occurring, the universe is trying to, recalibrate all of that. Triggers, get in touch with your deep emotions, exhaust the why. When you feel yourself being triggered, ask yourself why. Go back to the very first time you felt that sensation and really dig down on it to understand why you carry that emotion and why certain things trigger you. All right, maybe closer to yes. Are you sure? You're sending the universe mixed signals. And you may be seeing the number of 222. It's about independence and diplomacy. Remain balanced, cooperative. Soul solitude. Your soul needs attention. There are moments when it's important to get away, not just from the noise of the outside world, but to find a place where your soul can experience peace and quiet. A place for soul solitude. This is a time to pause, a time to reflect, a time for you. Believe. The force that works through your soul, determining what's possible or impossible, the difference between success over failure, and above all, who you are, is the power of your belief. Ancestral wisdom. We are your ancestors and we love you. We walked the earth many years before you, and we ask you at this poignant time to learn and grow from our past experiences. You are our legacy, and we will keep on helping you as you continue to evolve here in the spirit world. All right, my dears, that concludes your reading. This is for the sign of Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Again, this is a general reading, so it won't resonate for everyone. Please take what you need and throw the rest out. If you got anything out of this or if these messages meant anything for you, please like, share, and subscribe. Ring the notification bell so that you are made aware of the new videos that I post, as I will start posting them on a more frequent basis. Thank you so much for your energy, your time. Thank you for spending time with me. I love you and appreciate all of the interactions. Take care, and I'll see you soon. Bye.